Get studio lighting. Here we are, another morning in the old parking lot. It is 64 degrees. Look at that, sun's coming up. And of course, June 21st coming up, which is the longest day of the year. And after that, the days will be steadily getting Fahrenheit shorter and back towards winter we head. Uh, I'm dying laughing because, as you all remember, you've got a bunch of ignorant, insolent little brain deads, who call themselves big names and seem to think they're bigger than everybody else because they're now, officially the high clowns of social media. And what makes me die laughing is the fact that they've been going on and on and on and on about the overnight ratings. But let's see how many of them mention that this week on BBC Three, the most watched program was a re-air of one of the frickin' Doctor Who news episodes. I can't remember if it was Space Babies or what. It topped the rewatch list. The rewatch list. But the show's dying. The timeless children chewed off my gonads. And it crippled my dog. The timeless children made me listen to like Miley Cyrus. Okay, just some of the ridiculous shit that's going on out there. And no, I do not like having to hold the phone like this. All because, YouTube, I knew when they had that dumbass recommended that sooner or later they were going to bone us out of being able to do these live streams horizontally. Why? Because it makes it easier to stick it in the short section. Because that's probably what's going to happen. Also, they're trying to copy Dick Doc, and it's like, come on, YouTube Shorts, why you call it Reels, and all that are just blatant copies of Dick Doc. And ugh. Well, at least it wasn't as bad as last week. Where that was a couple of weeks ago. Somebody threw a fit at their local city council meeting because they wouldn't vote on their bill, something about Afghanistan or no, not Afghanistan, Palestine. And I'm like, that would be like, just for you oldsters, an example. Somebody, oh God, I'm trying to find the best way to phrase. That would be like Aunt B quitting her job with Andy Griffith because he refused to do anything about Palestine in Mayberry. For you extreme oldsters, okay? That would be like. So that's what makes me die laughing is all these protests. We have no boots on the ground in Palestine. Yes, I think we are supporting Israel and all that, but we don't have any soldiers there. Oh, well. But apparently we're supposed to free Palestine. Yeah, why don't you go over there and help them? Sure, half of you will wind up being thrown off a tall building and or hanged in public square, beheaded, or, but free Palestine? Oh, that's what doesn't make any damn sense to me. But I'm just getting old. It's all part of the top secret Illuminati. Speaking of ridiculous conspiracy theories, I've heard some really good ones. A lot of people call me a conspiracy theorist. I go, yeah, but there's a lot of them I don't believe, I don't back, and can't endorse. Okay? Such as, they deliberately sank the Titanic. That's one of the ones I still can't get over. Yeah, there's. Yeah. See the trees? Yeah, it's a very picturesque scene here out on the front lawn because I had to park in the middle because once again, they don't give a damn about the fact that the reason why we had our thing scheduled out the way we did was so that the one shift could leave and we could have parking spaces for the next. And I'm not on Twitter. Well, I have an account on Twitter, but I'm not doing a video on Twitter. No. I mainly the Twitter account so I can keep contact with some folks that I do via the messaging there. That's all I'm saying. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What else was I got? Yeah, like the one I just heard this morning is a bunch of people saying the president, William Henry Harrison, was poisoned. William Henry Harrison didn't last 28 days. He died of pneumonia. And it wasn't because he was attacked. The only attack that he had was an attack of the dumbass. Okay? This guy gave his inaugural speech in the cold, pouring rain with no jacket, no gloves, no scarf, nothing. Just his regular suit. And then, sure enough, he contracted pneumonia and he died. There's no conspiracy theory about it. It was one. It is. I think it was the shortest pregnancy. Oh God, I almost said shortest pregnancy. The shortest presidency we have on file, and it wasn't because of an assassination. It's because he had an attack of the dumbass. But okay. But I love all these, nifty, the Illuminati stuff and all that because I'm like, didn't you know that the Illuminati controls how many times you take a shit in a day just because they can? Oh well. But listen to me, don't listen to any of those guys. A re-airing on BBC Three of one of the Doctor Who new episodes was the most watched program. The most watched program of the week. Not to mention viewership went almost up 1 million viewers on the last episode. And I'm like, what the hell? It's like, because they're all expecting, what they're doing a lot of the times is they're using the old ratings from back in the day before we had streaming services and things like that to try to make the numbers of the new series look small in comparison, just like their penises. But, I'm sorry, I'm not being polite with these guys anymore. There's no point. They won't, they're never going to listen because all they have in their lives is doom and gloom. I'm always right. Doom and gloom. Everything's bad that I don't like. Doom and gloom. I will agree with them on the Star Wars situation, though. I'm not having good thoughts about the Acolyte because, come on, the light whip, really? You're going to actually create a weapon that if it snaps the wrong way is going to kill you and everyone around you? The light whip? Really? Okay, which Metro article is that? Because I might have missed it. Well, we know he's in Cardiff. I've heard he has been having meetings about what nobody knows. The one thing I'm curious about is where's the big spinoff we were being promised for how long? Where's the spinoff that was supposed to start filming like months ago and then all of a sudden it disappears? Dude, where's your spinoff, dude? Where's my spinoff, dude? No, it's not a Clara spinoff because Jenna Coleman has moved on to other things as far as I know. No, there's no Clara spinoff as far as I know. Because that would be just, what are they going to call it? Waitress Who? Also, didn't the American Diner close down eventually? Which means you're going to have to build that entire set then if that was true. On a soundstage. Yeah, that was another one that ticked me off. Was back in the day they asked when they had Paul McGann show up for that night of the doctor. There were tens of thousands, not a couple, not two or three, not on some web poster page off in the middle of nowhere, not in a forum. They had tens of thousands of petitions with tens of thousands of signatures begging for an Eighth Doctor spinoff. And it would only be confusing to the viewers if we had two different versions of Doctor Who on the air. No, I think one of the big things they're worried about is views being drawn off to one or the other. That's a theory of mine, that's all it is. Yeah, the war between the land and the sea. No, she doesn't, because her chameleon circuit also failed. They're stuck in the form of a diner. Well, the problem is, you got to remember, a lot of the classic doctors are getting up there in age now. So they're not going to be doing a whole lot. Tom Baker is really scaring me with how thin he's gotten. I'm not kidding. Take a look at the picture of him now versus when he appeared, as the curator. It's frightening. He's starting to look like a skeleton. Yeah, but the thing is this. Then you got to go into this, that, these, and those, and look. I say, War Doctor. Also, remember, Big Finish is doing a lot of the War Doctor stuff, so they won't want to trample on their ground. Also, Capaldi, from what I'm seeing, has nothing more to want to do with this show. Sorry, it's just the humidity and everything's making my throat dry this morning. I don't know why. Oh, well, I just realized I've got to start heading in. I gave you a few extra minutes because I didn't get on until a little bit late this morning. But I got to run inside and get to work. So please, everybody, take care. Be kind, be calm, be safe. We will see you all on the flip side. And remember, beware of false prophets, especially in TV land. Okay. Take care, everybody. All right. I think it's that button.